So suicidal. Hey Guyana, this is your girl Franale, and you're tuned into the Intoxicated Show. Sip, chill, and get to know people. Remember, drink responsibly.
Single sober vein in my body.
Good evening, good evening, YouTube land, good evening, Facebook, good evening, all of social media's platform. You're tuned into Intoxicated. That's right, Intoxicated, uplifted commas, pink. Don't like commercial free podcast whereby we promote local talents and locally consumed beverages. Only local talent. Tonight we have a special guest in the house. She's not just special, but she's also very, very talented. Lady in Red.
Really?
Give a warm welcome to Franale.
Hi. Hi Guyana. Hi,
supposed-
Mr. Crazy.
I supposed to hold you on and kiss you, because guess what? I did it to one girl, and then everybody else started complaining that I don't do it to all the females. So now I gotta make sure I do it to all the
To
females.
everybody.
All the girls, not the guys though. No guys.
Why
I ain't
not?
kissing nobody. No man on.
Why?
That man on hard and nasty looking. Women
But
like
your
that.
hand ain't hard.
Cause I found it from an early age that the keys to success is not hard work, it's smart work. This is not
You're right.
This is not back in the days when you had to show them your grandparents that your girlfriend grandparents you just work hard, you could dig out on them things. This thing is about thinking now.
True.
So Franale, what's happening now? How's the country treating you? And I must
Fairly
say,
well.
you look fabulous. Red is your color. It complements everything. Your complexion, your beauty, and plus that lipstick. What is it? It look like
This is
lavender, some kind of lavender color.
It's like what do you call it? Or some worries.
Whatever it is, it looks good.
Like a blood kind of. Some worries. I'm not.
It look like jamun. It look like
yes,
jamun.
it look like jamun.
Jamun
I'm
color.
not
This is what
really
we call
into
it.
makeup like that.
So it's traditional for us to take a shot at the beginning of the show.
Really?
Because alcohol stimulates conversation, and if you don't drink, you can die from thirst, and we want nobody dying on the set. Intoxicated.
All right.
I mean, we already started, but Franale is a drinker.
Shot. A shot of what?
Whatever you decide, you can choose. What's your preference?
I think I can stick to Mr. Coconut.
No, but you could only you can't repeat the shots. You could only take it one time. The
So
next
I
time
take
you
it one time,
the next
and
time you
then-
take a shot, you gotta take something else.
Oh God! But why do I have to feel by the time you finish? All I gonna want is go to sleep.
We could do that. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, you could do that.
All right.
Alright,
Let's. So you're gonna have this too.
Definitely.
Oh my
Thank you.
God.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm 21 again.
21 again? You look 21. Mm-hmm. You used to take a lot of shots. Okay,
Lot of tequila. No, I can't even smell.
So cheers to that jamun color lipstick that you're wearing.
Cheers.
Mm.
Ooh,
Tastes good, eh?
nice.
That's the first time you had that one?
Smooth.
This is the first time you had the Ivan also coconut? The vodka coconut?
Actually, no. I've had it with some friends before. It's
A
actually
shot or drinking?
more like drinking. Actually, no, it wasn't the Ivanhoff. I think it was the Diamond Coconut Rum. That's the one that really, really creeps up on you. Right?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, it was the
But this
Diamond.
one actually tastes good.
This
it
one's
tastes the coconut.
smoother.
Yeah, it tastes the
Yeah.
coconut. But I love the diamond. Diamond is the best thing that happened to mankind since sliced bread.
Ah,
Yeah. So anyway, Franale, actually, before we get into any questions or anything else, I want you to clarify this story. Actually, you heard a story about you getting a tattoo when you was 4 years old. Is that even possible?
Well, yeah. Well, if you have an outlandish mom, well, now she's not so outlandish. For those
4
who know
years
her, yeah, she was like one of those ghetto fabulous, really insane kind of moms. She was just, out there. She just used to have fun. She was more like a daredevil, kind of spuncious. Yeah, like that. And she was getting one. And my aunt Dovey, well, we used to call her Dovey, but her name is Lover, and she died like about 12, 13 years back. Yeah, she died. That was my favorite auntie. That was, yeah. She was getting one, but she got the one with the star. That was still young, of course. And later on, I asked her about it, like why she made me get a tattoo so young. She's like, it was simple. That's what you mean, simple.
So
Explain, like, why would you say yes? And she's like, you asked. So I hyped you up in the chair, and you had this cross-eyed thing going on because you wanted to see what the tattoo artist was doing, and it was over within a matter of minutes.
Where did you got it?
Suriname. Actually, that was Tamenkastrat.
So where in your body did you got the tattoo?
Right here. A nice little dot. She was very...
Okay, like a little more like what my mom did to me also. But my mom actually, she misplaced it. Instead of putting it in the middle, she put it more to the left-hand side. So, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, it made her life easier too. Because, when parents young and, they come up, you come up in the country, or you're a country girl. Because my mom is a country girl. So, they like to put the ticket there for bad eye and to keep away this and that. So, it made her life and her job much easier.
So, where exactly did you grow up?
Oh, God, that's a loaded question. And basically, when it came to my parents, I used to like to say they used to play tennis with me. Like send me to live with my dad for a couple of years. Then my mom would come, and I wouldn't say, she's my mom, but as my dad used to say, she kidnap you and she carry you. Because she would say, well, she wants me to come spend some time, and dad would be like, no. My dad is more, on the disciplined side. Real fun, cool dad I have. But very disciplined, like, believes in stability and all of that. And my mom is more like caution to the wind, daredevil kind of girl. So she would say, we're going for ice cream, and my dad would see me again next couple years when she felt like, yeah, you know what? You need to spend some time with your daughter. So yeah, here you.
So what part, like where were your dad living, where your mom living?
My dad was grounded in Guyana, of course, and my mom, she just likes to travel a lot. Anywhere she went, I went. If it's Trinidad, if she felt like going to St. Kitts and Nevis, if she felt like going Cayenne. But mainly, she stayed grounded. There was something about Suriname that kept her there, with her just having fun and being free and being herself. She felt, obligated to probably stay over there. And maybe because it wasn't easy for my dad to find her either. So it was never easy. But that was her. So I had both positives and negatives of both worlds, then, so to speak. My dad, it was more like proper English, aim for the sky. I mean, my mom was always big on education because she never really got one herself. But she wasn't the type to, lock you in your room and make you study, or you'd have a tutor or anything like that. She was more laid back and, tell you, well, you have to do your homework. And that's it. Do your homework. And then she always felt that as a young woman, you should cook, you should learn to clean. You should,
prepare for that husband.
Yeah, not just be pretty and pretty, but what can you do?
You can cook?
Yeah, I can.
Can you cook what?
Yes, I can.
Can you cook up?
Yes.
But you can cook. Because I think those are the two hardest food to cook.
No, man.
Apart and cook up. What do you think is harder than that?
I think that the main ingredient is love and this happy spirit. I don't think anybody should ever cook when they're upset or sad. No, really, seriously, it seeps over into the food.
Really?
Most times when I'm cooking, I'm always happy or just jolly. You can ask anybody, and most people have eaten from me, and they know I used to run my own catering business. That was when I first got to Guyana, and that was like cooking for hundreds of people per day. Wow. And you can't get people stimulants to eat, especially Guyanese people. And I don't believe in MSG and all of that. So I use a lot of herbs, a lot of seasoning, my own blends and so on. But the mood in which you are, it trust me, it resonates into that part.
Definitely.
When you vex and you upset and you thinking about somebody that just had you going today and you want, really, you just sometimes might forget and you chose the wrong thing and it's a disaster.
So, did you attend any school here in Guyana? What are some of the schools?
But given the fact that most of my childhood and teen years was a basic back and forth, I've been to 2 primary schools, 2 play schools, 2
Yeah.
every school
Everything.
I've been to. But over here, I used to go to Clonbrook Secondary. That was when I was a kid. That's up in Ange Grove on the East Coast. Hi, Koreans. I know y'all gonna see and y'all like, I see Franale on TV. I know. That's how they pronounce it. No matter where you go, they see you.
Yeah.
So yeah, Clonbrook. And those were trying years for me because growing up, I got sick after my grandmother died after her 99th birthday. That was a little crazy for me, and everybody who knew me knew that, I was a good kid. Never really got caught doing anything I shouldn't be doing. I was the brain.
That's good. Definitely.
But yeah, it was fun. It was more like I saw it as an adventure, so to speak, because I mean, in life, despite what it throws at you, you have to be optimistic. I learned that from a
Definitely.
very early age, that you have to try, albeit a difficult situation, to see the good in things, or else, to be honest, I wouldn't have survived all those years. Just for my 26, soon to be 27 years
When
of
you get to
living.
27?
On the 16th, that's Easter Sunday.
Okay.
I'll
Well,
be
happy birthday in
27.
advance.
Thank you.
So
And we having a birthday drink
Yeah, having
now.
a birthday
Yes.
drink. Cheers to that birthday drink.
We having a birthday drink. But yeah, it was a fun time. Clonbrook over here, over there, it was J. Sohansing. That was more like a Hindu college.
That's in Suriname.
In Suriname, and that was up Area Dawaka, which is one of the most busiest places in Suriname, in Paramaribo itself. And there was this really...
I like how you pronounce it. That people just pronounce that Paramaribo.
Yeah, I have problems too because I know the right words.
How do you say it?
Paramaribo. That's how they pronounce
that's how they
it.
pronounce
Yeah,
it.
so even all the places in Guyana that are Dutch, like Blijgezeg, like they just say Blessezek or something like that.
Blijgezeg,
I just try to understand where you're saying,
Blijgezeg.
because
How do you pronounce that?
Blijgezeg, it means happy face.
Happy face.
Yeah. Yeah, but people don't know. They just say it how they feel comfortable, which you can't hold against anybody, right?
So what are some of the similarities that the schools that you would have attended in Suriname have with the schools that you would have attended here in Guyana? What are some of the similarities? What would you say?
Pretty good teachers.
Pretty good teachers.
Pretty good teachers. Pretty good teachers. Teachers that you might find at least 5 or 6 of them out of everybody go above and beyond. Even if it's not just for specific students, but for students who need it the most. Not that they're getting paid under the table to do that or anything. A matter of fact, teachers are underpaid. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But they do it. Yes, they do it. So yeah, good teachers are one thing that they do have in common, and they're not as strict. So that wouldn't
they're
necessarily...
not as strict as here in Guyana?
No, they're not.
Oh.
Flogging is not allowed.
So what are some of the childhood, the school days memories, whether it's from Suriname, am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah, well,
or
yes.
here in Guyana that you always carry with you, even now that you're an adult.
Okay.
Like you just be sitting down reminiscing and be like,
Yeah,
like to experience
I
anything.
have a lot actually, but to narrow things down, I'll give you one from Suriname and I'll give you one from Guyana. The lower schools in Suriname go way longer, and the should I say high school? Yeah, the high schools over there are shorter.
Okay.
Like you'd have up to Form 4 in high school, but then in lower classes now you'd have up to grade 7 or 8, and they have this thing that they do. They keep back students if you're not excelling in a specific subject. They can keep you back.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't give you that free pass. They're really, really hard on you if you have to take extra classes and focus on that. They do that. So I was one of the peer tutors at school. So maybe after school or so you volunteer to work with a student after school and whatnot. So yeah, and I had this thing where I don't like to come second. I don't like to come second. I love a good challenge. So in school now, we would always find the Indians and the Chinese and so on. They want to be your friend because they want to know, no matter what I do, this girl always coming first in class, and I don't understand. And kids. But I was one of those kids who was very smart. I figured out early in life that you keep your straight A's. It wasn't for the fact of just keeping straight A's. In Suriname, with aids to schooling, once you're a straight A student and so on, they take care of you.
Wow.
They pay for your uniforms.
Wow.
They help you with your lunch. Yes, they try to, get
you.
on there, get you. And I used to do a lot of extracurricular activities in school. I was even the school brigadier. That's like road police, traffic police. They would train you, and every morning that means you gotta get to school at 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And with my mom now, that means that my brother and my sister and everybody, it means like I get everybody up, bathe, wash, everything before.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of my tasks. So I really like doing that. But my favorite out of everything that I've ever done over there is when I was chosen. I mean, I'm mixed, but I'm a black woman. That's how I see myself. Well, that's how the general society would see you, because that's how first world people class people, black, white, that's it. So I'm a black woman, a proud black woman at that. Mm-hmm. So I had learned some Hindi in school because it was mandatory to learn Hindi. So they had this, what do you call it? Was it Diwali or Padwa? I can't quite remember if it was Diwali or Padwa. But there was this giant temple that could hold like 2,000 people.
In Suriname?
Yes.
Okay.
That was like right next to the school. And they had me singing the lead song. And then the choir had to like back me up. I was so nervous. And the song was what? Oh, Ajan tere mein hum insan, Gyan ka suraj chamka de Bhagwan. You Indians gonna know it, man. That was the song. And I was so nervous, but I did it. Everybody looking at me like, putting a black girl to sing.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it goes, because you don't really see those things, but they thought,
definitely
participation is key. And I've had my sari and everything, and I had a good time. And yeah, that was a really fun memory from over there. Now over here, this is kind of bad. And if my old teacher ever sees this, she's not going to be too pleased, but here goes. When I was in primary school over here, I had a best friend. Her name was Atisha Baines, right? We used to do everything together. So we were also fighters, but people never really know. We never really got caught doing anything. We like I said, we smart. We don't do things for teachers see. And we were good in school, so nobody was like, those two girls? Yeah. No, man. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I had this teacher. Her name was Teacher Tammy. Really good teacher. Loved her. And she had a daughter. And the daughter used to think that, all right, because her mom's a teacher, she could do what she wants, And when I was younger, I was in primary school, I did make it to nationals. I used to run for them. They have actually, though, they do have those trophies at Clonbrook. They still do have those. Yeah, everything. It was really nice, real fun. When they can put you in your tights and your vest, and run on them brick road, bricky road, and carry you after school or 2 hours after school, you're running. So she had an attitude about something that Atisha and I did. So we said, all right, good, no problem. We're going to wait for shit. Now, we had to go and, pan out 100 meter and 200 meter. And then you're going to have your lime and spoon and everything else that you want to partake in, right? But sprinting and relay were our things. So she had to be in that. Now, she had an attitude, and her mom wasn't in charge that afternoon. And the teacher that had to come out was not there as yet. So it was us and her. And she's like, I will show you today that I can run faster than you. And she said, let me trip shit. I said, no, we can catch him, we get into trouble. So she trips and she fall hard and she break something. She let you break it, she ain't got no manners. So she kind of, indeed, the girl was, your daughter, she was very obnoxious. She was. Ask anybody, she was obnoxious. Anyways, that's the thing. And she used to have these hairstyles. I don't know what is going on, all the hair, carnally. She was a mess. She was a mess. Anyways, she running and she Guyana. When she was close to the finish line, put out 3 foot. She went on
Wow.
Oh my God, you're alright. I'm sorry. It's so bad. I shouldn't be laughing, kids. You shouldn't do this. But it was one bad thing that I've never told anyone that I ever did.
Wow.
And she cried out, she tell the teacher, she said we should have tripped she. And the teacher said, we stuck together. It's like, onto this day, nobody never know we tripped together. Yeah, it wasn't so bad. She kind of fractured her hand.
Wow. So it's time
And she had some bruises. That was good. That was my fondest memory. I had good times, yeah, but that was my fondest.
It's time for us to take another shot.
It is?
Yeah,
Man, alright.
But before we get into the next segment, so what would you like to try now?
I'm wondering.
She was singing to me earlier, so now
Rum punch.
I'm just like singing all the time. You never tried the rum punch?
No.
This is nice. This is dope.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's not that smooth, but it's a girly drink.
There's no aftertaste, right? You know, some of those have some.
Nah, this.
Alright.
Nah, this is no aftertaste. So.
We'll see. Let me
Cheers
see.
to those childhood memories.
Oh my God, that t-shirt would kill me.
So
Not bad.
you did mention.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, you did mention earlier that you actually grew up. You partially grew up in Suriname also. What age did you moved over there? Could you remember?
Well, the first time I went to Suriname, I was a baby. I was 3 months old.
Okay. And what did you came back?
My mom and dad weren't getting along, so yeah,
Okay.
parted ways. When I was 3, I came back, but my dad said I was back there before, like maybe a year and change old. But I can't remember these things. These are things that my parents would have said to me. So yeah, that young, yeah. But by the time I was like 3, which is my mom, 3 to 6, with my mom, back with my dad. Like after 6, from a little after 6, close to 7 to 9, with my dad. And that's around the time my grandmother died and I got sick. When I was like 9 and a half, I went away. Well, yeah, went away with my mom. And when was I back? I think until I was like 15, 16.
Okay, and you also mentioned your mom being like nomadic and like suffering from wanderlust, whereby she was traveling to different countries. Could you give us a rundown of all the countries you would have lived in before?
With her?
Yeah. Or even by yourself?
Well, yeah, I visited a couple of places. With my mom, it would be Suriname, it would be St. Kitts and Nevis, and there was a trip to Holland. That was like roughly a year. Yeah, give or take a year. I do have family there now too. And everywhere else, I think she went on her own, and I did myself. Been to Barbados, St. Martin. I spent some time in China, which was pretty cool.
How long you spent in China?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Okay.
It was insane. I wanted to go home. And guess what? There were other Guyanese people in China, which was pretty cool. I'm like, they don't like Guyanese people that much, but we just everywhere. We everywhere.
Guyanese people all over.
Yeah,
we in the north, we
everywhere.
The North Pole, we in Pluto, all over Guyanese.
Yeah, that's true. We're everywhere except home. That's why you
except
say
home, yeah.
Guyanese people everywhere except home. Yeah, and St. Martin was nice too.
So that's about 5 countries.
Yeah, give or take.
Okay, so when it comes to
good time. Trinidad too.
Trinidad, so that 6.
My first carnival was epic.
That's 6 countries.
I got sick after the
Wow. When it comes to the countries that you would have visited, and comparing them to the way Guyanese live, the Guyanese culture, would you prefer, if you were to have kids, to raise your kids in one of those countries, or would you prefer to raise them here?
Well, that is a pro and con in many instances, because it's like this. Our school system or curriculum needs a lot of development. Okay. I mean, we could be teaching our children more at an earlier age. Definitely, I don't see that going on at all. And that's not me putting Guyana down, that's just me stating
it's a fact.
Facts. Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you, but what's his name? The Council for Advice, Malcolm Ferrer. He was on the show a couple weeks ago.
Pretty cool,
and that's and that's the one thing he said he would change if he got in to office as a president, the curriculum, because we teach children stuff that means absolutely nothing to them, especially in the adult life.
We need more. We need more. When I was in Suriname, we did so many subjects your head would spin, and that wasn't even half of the curriculum. In primary school, we were already doing physics, we were already doing geometry, chemistry. You understand? And sometimes these kids over here don't even get introduced to those things if they don't choose to pick. Yeah, if they choose to pick, okay, I want to go science stream, I may or may not learn about those things. It shouldn't be that way because there are so many more opportunities for our kids out there. Let me give you an example. I have 6 brothers and sisters total, all younger than me, right? 2 of them are living over here, which is who my dad has with my stepmother. And then the rest of them are who I used to go to school and practically raise them and so on, right? So they're now all in the Bahamas. Not the Bahamas. My dad's in the Bahamas. You call him a name daddy. Yes. They're all in St. Kitts and Nevis. They've been there for a while now. My brother, he's into art. He does more of electrical wiring and so on. He has contracts with companies over there. He's living alone. He just turned 22. He's been living alone since he was 18. Like a really nice place. So and he does his art studies and classes. He's really into that. My other sister, she's more into karate and things to that effect. She'll be 20 this year. The twins now, one's into debating, the other one is an athlete. Now, she is Guyanese by nationalization. They all are, although they were born in Suriname. I'm the only one who was born here, right? So they're all Guyanese by nationalization and by, well, as my mom put it, birth. So she's Guyanese. She children have got to be Guyanese. However, we don't have the opportunity to afford them here or even grant them the opportunity that they could even go on to the Olympics. Now, my sister could be running for Guyana. My sister is as good that she's got 7 gold medals under her belt, 2 of which she went to the States the other day. Now, she just turned 15 the other day. Wow. She went and ran against 17-year-olds and 18-year-olds in the States, representing St. Kitts and Nevis last year. And she won 2 gold and 1 silver. When I asked her about the silver, I said, I like what you did. It's pretty good. And she know I vex. I said, why? She, girl, I'm tired. As if I didn't tired.
She would win.
I would have win. You understand? But that's the thing. We don't even have the kids here to say, well, all right, we can send them to the Olympics or train them to that capacity to say, you know what, you can go to the World Olympics, you can represent, you can make it that far. You understand? Not that we're selling dreams, but there are a lot of talented people here, from music to sports, and they're not afforded the opportunity because either people aren't paying attention or they start to doubt them before they even try.
That's a fact.
Now, if she's at that age and she can do that, let me tell you, they were in what you call it, these pathfinder things, the scouts. Over there, you know what their opportunities are? One, soon as they enter into that organization, they aid them in school supplies. You get your merit badges according to your camping trips and your records, your academical achievements and so on. Now they have full scholarships. Thank you. They have full scholarships to study whatever they want to study once they would have grown up and continue finishing school in that country. They're not even kittitians or Nevisians, you understand what I mean? But people understand and see opportunities in gifted children and they work with them. That's what we need to start doing. Debating. There are international debating competition. Guyana has a lot of good debaters. What happened? I was one of them, I'm going to tell you. What happened? You understand? International spelling bee competitions that wins you thousands of dollars, not just trophies and bragging rights. Have we ever had a Guyanese go for things like that? No, because in their minds it doesn't exist beyond the national level. I do a competition here, that's it. Impromptu speech competitions. All these things are global. But yet, you don't have people from here participating.
You was just actually mentioning the way our society deals with gifted kids that has potential, academically.
We need to give them a bigger push.
Stuff like that. How do you feel about how we as a society deals with the creatives like yourself and like me, whereby the support is concerned and whereby showing appreciation for our effort?
I definitely need a shot for that.
You definitely need a shot.
not to put Guyana down, but we're not a very supportive people of things that we're
People of
not
things.
used to. True.
People of
Of
things.
things we're not used to, like you could hear the cheesiest hip hop song come from America, but just because it comes from America, we gonna play it. We gonna learn the dance. We can get it wave the wig pink. We can get it go boots.
Yep.
We can get it bamsy, everything. I'm saying, and we gonna support. But do you guys know that nationwide, there's more than 130 something rappers, and I'm not even talking about the ones who are trying to be rappers.
In Guyana?
In Guyana.
Wow.
I am talking about talented, cutting edge, hardcore lyrics from old school to new school style rappers. And I'm really into my music, and my taste is very eclectic. So that means that I listen to rock, I listen to electro, I listen to R&B, I listen to oldies, I listen to everything. You understand? So it's very hard to fool me.
Definitely.
It's very hard. So when people would come and you would listen to them, right? You would hear them just express themselves and put certain situations that only they have been in into their music, which is what makes it unique. So you can't have 2 or 3 or 1 person walking around.
Definitely.
Right? You might have them in the same styles and categories, so to speak, or even with poetry or art. We have some really extreme poets. Some really extreme poets. Off the top of my head, Aziza, she's really good.
Lloydo.
Well, I heard about her, but I've never heard her. You have this guy Suru. He's like a giant.
Tall guy.
He does poetry
The tall
on a
guy with the
stool.
braids?
Yes.
Yeah, I know him.
Suru is extreme, right? You have Ryan McKay. Who else? A lot of people. Like, I can't even call names. Oh my God, how did I forget Renata Burnett? Renata is a beast.
And you yourself is a poet also.
I am, but actually I've never done a piece. My mixtape that's coming out soon. That's where I actually have some of my pieces on there.
Okay. But, we'll get to the mixtape, of course.
Yeah.
Trouble. We'll definitely get to Trouble. But, what I want to talk to you about is you just actually mentioned the poets and stuff. I want you to give me a little, a little bit more information about the poetry night that you used to keep at you were actually the host of it and organizing everything that was kept at 704 hip hop and Franale hip hop and poetry night.
Yeah.
You want to give us a little insight on that, where the idea for that came about and what was like the main objective for that and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, I could do that. Basically, I was the Miss Emancipation 2014.
Yeah.
And they felt like, you would do the whole charity thing where you might feed people or you go somewhere and you give out stocks and goods. But I said to them, that's something I do on my regular time. Like, if I feel like giving, you don't have to have millions to give. But if it makes you feel good and you got some extra, I'm not talking about rat bite shoes and tailor vests, because you should think of them people as yourself. What you want for yourself, you want for them. You understand? People, So when you give something properly.
Yeah.
I like the say, give something properly. Don't give stupidness.
Yeah.
You understand? You do that off your own free will is something that, for me, I know, makes me feel really good. I don't even have to snap half of the times I've never taken any pictures.
That's good.
The ones that are up with me are when I went with some other friends to do like a big collab, maybe Christmas time or so. Kamisi Slow was there with us. We did that one and his cousin. We did that when wasn't last Christmas, it was the Christmas before the last. When you do big collabs, of course, everybody will, like to see. That's like where you take like a really good amount of ration and you let them do the cooking. So they know, well, how many kids are there, how much to use, so you can use sparingly, like 2 types of meats and all these things. That's when you do big collabs. But that's not something I wanted to do. That wasn't special to me in the sense that they think it was like, oh God, I did this, I feel like a saint or whatever, Not to undermine people who are doing this, because trust me, guys, people like to take things their own way. So I'm making myself very clear with every single thing that I say, you know? But it's just me. And I've been doing music for a long time. I actually started taking it seriously when I was around 16. And my cousin Quincy and my friend Rage, which are two very good MCs, by the way. Rage is actually more trouble than I am. He's out there. He's like Eminem out there. Wow. But he's pretty good though. And he's like my brother. He's really cool. Even though everybody has their issues, but he's really good. He's really, really good. And Quincy used to always push me, and he don't like you calling me Quincy. It's EPG. EPG. He's gonna hang me. Anyways, yes. So we had all of that going on, and we never got the push that we needed. You might go, record a song. You go to the radio station, we can't really play it, you gotta give me something. When you ask how much is this something, you never say, alright, yeah, I'll give you 1,000 each and then we go forward. That I can understand. Business is business, you understand? They're talking about money. I mean, I won't call names because I want nobody coming to me. Yeah. But I'm saying, the way we treat our artists, I mean, sometimes I know some people come to you with some nonsense. Like, I hear a song about some kind of melange. I'm like, what?
and those are the things that this gets.
Yeah, and then they forwarded it. Melange, you make yourself a clown. Yeah, but the people who can actually compete on an international level and bring Guyana that type of star power.
Yeah, they don't support.
They don't have time with you. And I'm going to be frank. You know the reason why? Because you're not bending and folding to the ways they want you to bend or fold. Oh, here what? Am I going to give you this? And what you going to do for me? Yeah. What going to happen? What we doing? You're going to do some free promos. Remember, you need me. I don't need you. That's the way they make it seem like this is a one-sided thing. Yeah. Like, to me, if I have talent and I can go the distance, we're doing each other a favor. Collaboration. It's not like you giving me something. I mean, at the end of the day, if it wasn't good, you wouldn't even be thinking the things you're thinking. You understand what I mean to say?
Yeah, that's a fact.
You understand? On that note, too, I must applaud Vision Songs.